Why, hello there YouTube and welcome to a top 10 video. So, you know, we're now halfway into the year. We've had the first 6 months of the year, go by. So, I thought now it'd be time to do my top 10 best horror movies you know, of 2024 so far. So, I managed to get 10 movies. I've seen a lot of them. And yeah, let's just mute my tablet. That's it. We could just turn it off. So, my top 10 horror movies of 2024 so far. So, this is all my personal opinion. Let's do it. So, number 10 is Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey 2. Now, the first one was probably the worst horror of last year. And this one was, again, not brilliant, but an improvement. They had a better budget, so they could make better effects for like Pooh and Friends, and we got Owl and Tigger this time as well as Piglet, and they spoke more. I thought the makeup effects were a lot better. The acting was slightly better, the story was, and despite these films being sort of awfully good, I'm kind of interested to see where they're going in the Twisted Childhood universe or the Pooniverse. Because next, I believe they're doing Bambi the Reckoning. But yeah, still not a brilliant film, but an improvement from the previous one. So yeah, number 10, Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey 2. Number 9 is Baghead. Um, you know, this came out early this year in January. It was okay, a bit boring, but I thought Freya Allen did all right in it. Playing the character she did and the mysterious creature. But still, this was like your run of the mill, not that scary, kind of boring one. But it was still good enough. I thought it was still a decent film, and I did like it. I thought it was good, but not brilliant. Number 8 is Godzilla Kong: The New Empire. So this is the fifth installment in Legendary's MonsterVerse. So again, Godzilla and King Kong come together and they fight an evil giant ape king named Scar. We get some monsters in there. We get some buildings smashed into. We get some CGI action, decent popcorn flick, and yeah, I feel that at this point they've not run that franchise into the ground, but yeah, I mean, this again was, like I say, a good popcorn flick just to switch your mind off to. So number 7, it is Ghostbusters: Frozen Empire, the sequel to Ghostbusters Afterlife, the fourth movie in the original Ghostbusters timeline, even though it's the fifth movie. So this we see Spangler's family, his grandkids and daughter, and Paul Rudd's character all live together in the old firehouse, and they unleash an ancient evil which freezes New York and wants to freeze the world into a new ice age. The original team come back again and help out the new team and stuff. I thought this had some good coming of age elements in there, but and we got Slimer back as well, returning. Finn Wolfhard had a bit less screen time because I believe he's doing other stuff as well. But yeah, I thought this was a good family adventure and that, but not as good as the others, I'd say. But still, okay. So next at number 6, it is Abigail. So Abigail, a little innocent ballerina girl, which turns out to be a 400-year-old vampire, where she's kidnapped for ransom, but little do the kidnappers know that it is all a trap where she feeds on them. I liked this. We had some familiar faces in there, including her from Scream 6 and 5. Catherine Newton, him from Breaking Bad, Kevin Durant, and that little girl from Matilda. Yeah, it was, again, another film to just chill out to, not take seriously. And yeah, I feel like maybe they could have took the vampire elements out of the trailer and shocked and surprised us with the plot, but yeah, it was an entertaining film nonetheless, for me anyway. So top five now. Number five is Lisa Frankenstein. So yeah, we've had so many iterations of the Frankenstein brand done to death. This one, we see Lisa in 1989 who falls in love with a 19th century guy who is resurrected and slowly, regenerates by the more body parts that Lisa takes for him, making him like a modern day Frankenstein monster, played by Cole Sprouse. Jughead from Riverdale and one of the, twins from Zack and Cody. He doesn't say a line of dialogue except for the closing minutes of the movie where he reads a poem, but he acts great. I thought the romance between the two were good. This was from the makers of Jennifer's Body, and I believe that it's not done so well, but I think it's got cult status all over it and will get appreciated more better like Jennifer's Body in time. But I liked it. So, number four is Immaculate. So, Immaculate, Sydney Sweeney, an actress I've only got to know in the last 6 months, actually, from seeing Anyone But You to Madam Web. I've probably seen her in other movies that I've not realised, but, I've actually, for the first time, she has my attention and that. She plays a nun who is believed to be pregnant with the Messiah, like the Virgin Mary. But as she goes deeper in, she finds out that this is all she's carrying, like a clone of Jesus, and the church are mad and stuff. And yeah, that's quite a brutal end too. So my top three. Number three is the most recent installment in the A Quiet Place series. It's A Quiet Place Day One, and this is probably the most recent one I've seen, and it was it was surprisingly good. These movies haven't wore out yet, in my opinion. They're still entertaining. They're still, the Death Angels, a very unique monster hunting on sound, but I'm sure there's other monsters out there that do hunt on sound. Oh yeah, then Crawlers from the Descent. So, number two. The runner-up for the year so far is The First Omen, the sixth movie in the Omen films, and this is a prequel to the 1976 film. I didn't know they could make a good Omen movie still, and they did with this one, taking place weeks or months just before the events of the Omen 1976, where we see a young nun woman who we find out, but the church wants to birth a new antichrist to scare people into believing in the church again. And in this, we see the birth of Damien, and how it ends, where it goes into the night of the first movie where it opens. You can watch them back to back, and again, I enjoyed it. Also, the ending, they could maybe do another one. I don't know, but I liked it. I think it should just stay as it is, maybe. Yeah, First Omen. So my number one pick, I don't know if everyone liked this or not, but personally I did. It's Late Night with the Devil. So inspired by the 1992, once only aired mockumentary Ghostwatch, which was staged as a real event, we see a chat show host in the 70s who, has a Halloween special of his chat show and has some guests, and then invites this patient who, is believed possessed by a demon, and we see some scary shit go on there. I just like the premise of this film, how it had that found footage element, how we see what goes on during the ad breaks, And the leading guy, I can't remember his name now, but I've seen him in stuff. He's always played a supporting role. He actually had like probably his first, to my knowing, leading role. He was Spotman in the Suicide Squad and in Ant-Man and the Wasp, that Russian guy. Um, yeah, it was, I thought, an entertaining film and probably the best of this year so far. So there you go. There you have it, my top 10 best horror movies of 2024 so far. Maybe some of these movies will make a comeback when I do my top 10 best horror movies of this year, 2024. But for now, those are my best horror movies of the year so far from January to June. So, yeah, I wonder what 2024, the rest of the year, will give us in horror. So, yeah, be sure to like, share, comment, subscribe. Let me know down in the comments what's been your favourite horror movies of this year so far. And if you like this video, I've already said like. So, yeah, so that's it for this one. So, like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. All the social media links I have are down below. So, yeah, I've been Random Ross. This has been my top 10 best horror movies for 2024 so far. So I've rabbited on enough now. So until next time, don't have nightmares.